Welcome back to the Tech Showcase, where we explore that absolute bleeding edge of tech, the stuff that's not just cool, but really out there changing the world.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be looking at how AI is being used to combat climate change.
Yeah, it's such an exciting area.
Right.
We're seeing AI being used to analyze these massive data sets,
Right.
identifying complex climate patterns and coming up with solutions we wouldn't have even thought of before.
So not just understanding the problem, but
Yeah.
coming up with solutions.
Exactly.
Can you give me a specific example of how AI is being used in climate science to do that?
So one area where AI is really shining is in predicting the intensity of tropical cyclones.
Okay.
A recent study actually found that AI predictions were 25% more accurate than traditional methods.
Wow.
And, that kind of accuracy can make a huge difference when it comes to planning evacuations and keeping people safe.
Yeah, 25%. That's
Yeah.
a big jump.
Huge jump.
And it sounds like these AI systems are processing just
Oh, yeah.
huge amounts of data.
Yeah.
Where's all that data coming from?
It's coming from everywhere. Satellites, weather stations, ocean buoys,
Okay.
you name it.
Wow.
And the beauty of AI is it can sift through all of that data and find these patterns
Okay.
that humans might miss.
Yeah.
For example, some Chinese research institutions are using AI to identify previously unknown connections between ocean currents and weather patterns.
So it's like having this team of super sleuths
Yeah.
working around the clock to
It's-
crack the code of our climate.
Sure.
But let's get practical. What are some of the real world ways AI is being used to combat climate change?
Okay, so one of the most promising areas, I think, is renewable energy.
Okay.
We all know that wind and solar power are intermittent. The wind doesn't always blow and the sun doesn't always shine.
Yeah.
But AI can actually help us overcome that challenge.
So I'm all ears.
Well, AI can predict fluctuations in wind and solar output with incredible accuracy,
Oh,
which means we can optimize the way we distribute and store renewable energy, making it a more reliable part of our energy mix.
So AI is basically becoming the conductor of renewable energy orchestra,
Exactly.
making sure all the instruments played together in harmony.
Yeah.
Keep the lights on.
Yeah, and it's not just theoretical. There are companies like Watershed who are using AI to help businesses transition to clean energy, track their emissions, and actually reduce their carbon footprint.
Okay, so we've got AI predicting cyclones, helping us manage renewable energy. What other areas are seeing a real impact from this technology?
So environmental monitoring is another big one.
Okay.
Think about it. We have satellites that are constantly orbiting the Earth, collecting this incredible amount of data about our planet's health.
Yeah.
But what good is all that data if we can't make sense of it?
It's like having a mountain of medical records.
Right.
But no doctor to interpret them. So how does AI help us interpret all of that environmental data?
So AI can analyze satellite images, sensor readings, all sorts of other data in real time, giving us a constantly updated picture of what's happening to our environment.
And what kind of insights can we glean from this real-time monitoring? Give me an example.
Yeah, absolutely. So one company that's doing amazing work in this area is Blue Sky Analytics.
Okay.
They're using AI to analyze satellite images and track things like deforestation, air pollution, and even carbon dioxide emissions.
Wow.
It's giving us a much clearer picture of how human activity is impacting the planet.
So we can see the problem and hopefully start to address it.
Right.
Now, here's something I find particularly fascinating: disaster prevention and response. Can AI really help us predict and mitigate the effects of things like hurricanes, wildfires, and floods?
It absolutely can. We're already using AI to power early warning systems that can predict where and when these events are likely to occur. And not just in a general sense, but with a level of precision that was unimaginable just a few years ago.
So instead of just knowing that a hurricane might hit the coast sometime next week, we could actually know which specific areas are most at risk and when.
Exactly. Imagine receiving personalized alerts on your phone telling you the exact level of risk you face from a specific hurricane.
Yeah.
Based on your location and other factors, that's the kind of power AI brings to disaster preparedness.
It sounds almost too good to be true.
I know.
Are there any other cutting-edge applications in this area that really highlight the potential of AI?
Yeah, so one that really captures the imagination is the use of AI-powered robots to explore challenging environments like the Arctic.
Okay.
These robots can collect data that would be difficult or even dangerous for humans to obtain, giving us crucial insights into the effects of climate change on these fragile ecosystems.
So AI is not just helping us understand climate change, it's helping us explore the most extreme parts of our planet to study it firsthand. That's remarkable.
It is.
But it's not just about gathering data, right? We
Yeah.
need to use that data to develop solutions.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways AI is helping us do that?
There are companies like Beyond Limits that are using AI to tackle these complex environmental problems.
Yep.
They're developing AI-powered systems that can analyze environmental data and recommend solutions for issues ranging from pollution control to water resource management.
So it's like having this team of expert problem solvers
Yeah.
working around the clock
Uh,
to address the most pressing environmental challenges.
yeah.
What's not to love about that?
It's really a testament to human ingenuity,
Yeah.
using technology to address the very challenges it sometimes contributes to.
Yeah.
But of course, with any powerful technology, there are also challenges that we need to be mindful of.
Yeah, it's not all sunshine and robots, right?
Not quite.
Okay.
One of the big challenges is the sheer computational power required for AI,
Okay.
especially for complex tasks like climate modeling.
Yeah.
These systems can consume a significant amount of energy.
So it's a bit of a paradox, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're using a potentially energy-intensive technology to fight climate change,
Right.
which is driven by excessive energy consumption.
Exactly. And it's not just a theoretical concern.
Right.
We're seeing the energy footprint of AI growing rapidly,
Okay.
particularly with the rise of generative AI applications, which require this massive processing power.
That's a little concerning. So are we stuck in a catch-22 here?
Yeah.
Is there a way out of this energy dilemma?
There is hope.
Okay.
One potential solution is to power AI systems with renewable energy sources like solar and wind.
Okay.
If we can make that transition, we could potentially make AI a carbon neutral tool
Yeah.
for climate action.
Right.
But of course, achieving that requires significant investment in infrastructure development.
So it's a challenge, but not an insurmountable one.
Exactly.
But even if we solve the energy problem, AI is still being developed by humans, and humans aren't perfect. How can we make sure that AI used for climate action is fair and benefits all of humanity?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that the data that we use to train AI algorithms is representative and unbiased.
Okay.
If our data is skewed, the AI systems we build will reflect those biases,
Right.
and that could lead to unfair or inaccurate outcomes.
So it's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah,
It's about using it responsibly and ethically.
exactly.
But ethical considerations aside, are there any practical or economic barriers that might hinder progress in this field?
Well, one of the biggest barriers, I think, is the cost of AI implementation, especially for developing countries that may not have the resources to invest in these technologies.
Right.
We need these innovative funding solutions and international collaboration to bridge that gap and make sure that the benefits of AI for climate action are accessible to everyone.
That makes sense. AI can be a powerful tool, but it's not a magic bullet.
Yeah,
We need to address these real-world challenges if we want it to make a real difference.
yeah.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about machine learning and data science.
Mm.
How are these tools changing the way we understand climate change?
Okay, so machine learning and data science are the engines behind many of the AI applications we've been discussing. They allow us to analyze these vast amounts of data from ocean temperatures to deforestation patterns
Yeah.
and extract these meaningful insights that inform our understanding of climate change.
So it's like having a team of superpowered detectives sifting through mountains of evidence
Right.
to piece together the story of our changing climate.
Yeah.
And what are some of the specific ways data science is being applied in this field?
So it's being used across a wide range of sectors. In agriculture, for example,
Okay.
drones equipped with sensors and AI algorithms can monitor crop health,
Okay.
soil conditions, and water usage.
So AI is helping us grow more food with less impact on the environment.
Exactly.
That's a win-win. What other areas are benefiting from this data-driven approach?
Public health is another one. Data science is being used to analyze disease patterns,
Okay.
monitor air quality, and predict the spread of infectious diseases,
Okay.
leading to more effective interventions and better health outcomes.
It's incredible to think that AI can help us understand not just the physical impacts of climate change,
Mm-hmm.
but also its effects on human health.
Yeah.
Are there any other examples you'd like to highlight?
Yeah, absolutely. In the energy sector, data science is being used to create smart grids that can optimize energy distribution,
Okay.
reduce waste, and integrate renewable energy sources more seamlessly.
Okay.
This is key to transitioning to a cleaner and more sustainable energy future.
It sounds like data science is really becoming an indispensable tool for climate action.
Yeah.
But what about the future? Where do you see the field of AI and climate change heading in the coming years?
The future is incredibly exciting.
Right.
We're on the cusp of even more groundbreaking advancements in deep learning and predictive modeling,
Okay.
which will lead to even more accurate weather forecasting and climate predictions.
So AI is going to help us see the future of our planet with even greater clarity.
Exactly.
What does that mean for our ability to adapt to the challenges of a changing climate?
Well, AI is going to play a crucial role in developing and implementing effective climate adaptation strategies.
Okay.
It can help us create these simulated environments to test and refine those strategies,
Good.
predict the impacts of climate change on different regions,
Yeah.
and design resilient infrastructure.
It's almost like having a crystal ball
Right.
that can show us not just what's coming, but also how to prepare for it.
Exactly.
Are there any specific examples of how AI is being used for climate adaptation that you find particularly promising?
Yeah, one area that's really exciting is the use of AI to manage water resources during droughts.
Okay.
AI algorithms can analyze weather patterns, soil moisture levels, and water usage data to optimize irrigation systems and predict water shortages.
That's crucial, especially as climate change intensifies droughts in many parts of the world. Are there any other areas where AI is making a difference in terms of climate adaptation?
Agriculture is another key area.
What?
AI can help farmers adapt to changing weather patterns
Right.
by recommending optimal planting times, crop varieties, and irrigation strategies. This can lead to increased crop yields and greater resilience to drought.
It sounds like AI is becoming an essential partner for farmers
It is.
in the face of a changing climate.
Yeah.
What other emerging trends in AI and sustainability are you most excited about?
Oh, there's so much happening. It's hard to choose.
Yeah.
But one trend that's really gaining momentum is the use of AI for energy management.
Okay.
We're seeing AI-powered systems being used to optimize energy consumption in buildings, factories, and even entire cities.
It's amazing to think that AI can help us make our cities smarter and more energy efficient.
Yeah.
Are there any other areas where AI is being used to promote sustainability?
One area that's particularly close to my heart is the use of AI to protect our oceans and marine ecosystems. AI is being used to monitor ocean health,
Oh, I don't know.
track marine species, and even combat illegal fishing,
Wow.
all of which are crucial for preserving the biodiversity of our oceans.
It's incredible to see how AI is being applied to such a wide range of environmental challenges, from optimizing energy use in our cities to protecting the vastness of our oceans. It really paints a picture of a future where technology and sustainability go hand in hand.
Yeah.
As we wrap up this part of our conversation,
Yeah.
what's the key takeaway you want our listeners to leave with?
I think the most important takeaway is that AI is not just a tool for understanding climate change. It's a powerful tool for action.
Right.
It's enabling us to develop innovative solutions,
Yeah.
make more informed decisions, and create a more sustainable future for ourselves and generations to come.
That's a message of hope and empowerment.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see how human ingenuity, combined with the power of AI, is being harnessed to address one of the greatest challenges of our time.
Right.
And as we continue to push the boundaries of what's possible, who knows what other incredible innovations await us?
That's the beauty of this field. It's constantly evolving, with new discoveries and breakthroughs happening all the time.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time to be working at the intersection of AI and climate action, and I'm incredibly optimistic about the potential for positive change.
And that's a wrap on this part of our exploration of AI's role in fighting climate change.
Yeah.
We'll be back after a short break to dive even deeper into this fascinating topic. Stay tuned.
Sounds good. Yeah, it really is a fascinating time to be working in this space. The potential of AI to drive positive change is immense, and we're only just beginning to scratch the surface.
You've touched on so many incredible applications already, but I'm curious what gets you most excited about the future of AI and climate change. What are some of the emerging trends that you're keeping a close eye on?
One of the most exciting trends, I think, is the development of what we call digital twins for our planet.
Digital twins.
Yeah.
That sounds like something out of science fiction.
It might sound futuristic, but it's becoming a reality. Essentially, a digital twin is a virtual replica of a physical system. In this case, the Earth's climate system. We can use these digital twins to run simulations, test different scenarios, and predict how the climate might change under various conditions.
So it's like having a giant climate simulator
Yeah,
that we can use to play out different what-if scenarios.
exactly.
That sounds incredibly powerful.
It is powerful. And it has the potential to revolutionize the way we approach climate adaptation. For example, we could use digital twins to see how rising sea levels might impact coastal cities, or how changes in rainfall patterns could affect agricultural yields.
That kind of predictive power could be a game changer for policymakers and planners.
Yeah.
It could help them make more informed decisions about infrastructure investments, disaster preparedness, and even urban design.
Exactly. And it's not just about predicting the future. Digital twins can also help us understand the complex interactions within the climate system, identify potential tipping points, and even test the effectiveness of different mitigation strategies.
It sounds like digital twins could be a key tool in our fight against climate change.
Yeah.
Are there any other emerging trends that you're particularly excited about?
Another area that's really fascinating is the use of AI for precision agriculture.
I've heard a bit about that.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about how AI is being used to make agriculture more sustainable?
So traditional farming practices often involve using a lot of water fertilizer and pesticides, which can have negative environmental impacts. But with AI, we can take a much more targeted approach.
So instead of just spraying an entire field with pesticides,
Right.
you could use AI to identify the specific areas that need treatment.
Precisely. AI-powered drones can fly over fields, collect data about plant health, soil conditions, and pest infestations, and then use that data to create targeted treatment plans.
That sounds incredibly efficient.
Right.
What are some of the other benefits of precision agriculture?
So it can help farmers use water more efficiently, reduce fertilizer runoff, and minimize the use of harmful chemicals. It can also help optimize crop yields, which is important for feeding a growing global population.
It sounds like AI could play a key role in ensuring food security in a changing climate.
Yeah.
Are there any other applications in the food and agriculture space that you're excited about?
One area that's really promising is the use of AI to develop new, more climate-resilient crop varieties.
That sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie.
I know.
Can you really use AI to design new crops?
It's not quite as simple as designing a crop from scratch, but AI can accelerate the breeding process significantly. Traditionally, developing new crop varieties takes years, even decades. But with AI, we can analyze vast amounts of genetic data, identify desirable traits, and predict which crosses are most likely to produce the desired results.
So it's like giving plant breeders a superpowered toolkit that allows them to develop new crops much faster.
Exactly. And this is crucial because we need to develop crops that can withstand the challenges of a changing climate. Things like drought, heat stress, and new pest and disease pressures.
It sounds like AI is giving us the tools we need to not just adapt to climate change, but to actively build a more sustainable and resilient future.
Yeah,
Are there any other sectors where you see AI having a major impact in the coming years?
absolutely. One area that's really exciting is the use of AI for smart cities. As our cities grow and populations become more concentrated, we need to find ways to make them more efficient, sustainable, and livable.
I can see how AI could play a role there, but what exactly does a smart city look like?
Imagine a city where traffic flows smoothly. Energy consumption is optimized, waste is minimized, and resources are used efficiently. That's the vision of a smart city, and AI is a key enabler of that vision.
Can you give me some concrete examples of how AI is being used to make cities smarter?
One example is traffic management. AI can analyze traffic patterns in real time, optimize traffic light timing, and even predict congestion before it occurs. This can reduce commute times, improve air quality, and make cities more livable.
So no more sitting in traffic for hours.
Hopefully not.
I'm sold. What other applications of AI are making cities smarter?
Another key area is energy management. AI-powered systems can monitor energy consumption in buildings, identify areas for improvement, and automatically adjust heating, cooling, and lighting to reduce energy waste.
So it's like having an energy-saving brain controlling the entire city.
Exactly. And it's not just about saving energy. AI can also help integrate renewable energy sources into the grid, making cities more sustainable and resilient.
It sounds like AI is playing a key role in transforming our cities into more efficient, sustainable, and livable spaces. Are there any other areas where you see AI having a major impact in the future?
One area that's particularly exciting is the use of AI for conservation and biodiversity protection.
I hadn't even thought about that. Can you tell me more about how AI is being used to protect our planet's biodiversity?
So one of the biggest challenges in conservation is the sheer scale of the problem. We have vast areas of land and ocean to monitor and limited resources to do so, but AI can help us overcome this challenge.
So how is AI being used to monitor and protect wildlife?
AI-powered cameras and sensors can be deployed in remote areas to track animal movements, identify poachers, and monitor habitat health. This data can then be used to inform conservation efforts and protect endangered species.
So it's like having an army of digital park rangers watching over our planet's most precious ecosystems.
Exactly. And it's not just about monitoring. AI can also be used to analyze poaching patterns, predict where illegal activities are likely to occur, and even help law enforcement agencies catch poachers.
It sounds like AI is giving conservationists a powerful new tool in the fight to protect our planet's biodiversity. Are there any other applications in this area that you're excited about?
One area that's really promising is the use of AI to restore degraded ecosystems.
Restore ecosystems. Can you really use AI to bring back damaged habitats?
It's not magic, but AI can play a crucial role in ecosystem restoration. For example, AI can be used to analyze satellite images, identify areas that are suitable for reforestation, and even plan and monitor planting efforts.
So it's like having a landscaping architect for the entire planet.
That's a good analogy. And it's not just about planting trees. AI can also be used to restore wetlands, grasslands, and other vital ecosystems.
It's incredible to see how AI is being used to address environmental challenges on such a grand scale. From mitigating climate change to protecting biodiversity to restoring damaged ecosystems, it seems like AI is becoming an indispensable tool for building a more sustainable future. But as with any powerful technology, there are also potential downsides. As we move forward, what are some of the key challenges and considerations we need to keep in mind?
One of the biggest challenges, I think, is ensuring that AI is developed and used responsibly and ethically.
That's a crucial point.
Mhm.
What are some of the specific ethical considerations we need to be aware of when it comes to AI and climate change?
One important consideration, I think, is data privacy. AI systems often rely on vast amounts of data, including personal data. We need to make sure that this data is collected and used responsibly with appropriate safeguards in place to protect individual privacy.
That makes sense. What are some of the other ethical concerns we need to address?
Another key concern is bias. As we've discussed before, if the data used to train AI algorithms is biased, the AI systems themselves can perpetuate those biases. This could lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes, particularly for marginalized communities.
So we need to be very careful about the data we use and make sure that our AI systems are designed to be fair and equitable. Are there any other ethical considerations we should keep in mind?
Another important aspect, I think, is transparency. We need to make sure that AI systems are explainable and understandable so that we can trust their decisions and hold them accountable. This is especially important when it comes to climate change, where the stakes are so high.
Explainability and accountability, those are key principles for any technology, but especially when it comes to something as impactful as AI.
Absolutely. And it's not just about ethics. We also need to think about the potential economic and social impacts of AI.
What are some of the potential economic and social implications of widespread AI adoption in the fight against climate change?
Well, AI has the potential to create new jobs and industries, but it could also lead to job displacement in certain sectors. We need to make sure that the benefits of AI are shared widely and that we have policies in place to support workers who may be affected by these changes.
So we need to think about the potential winners and losers in the AI revolution and make sure that we're not leaving anyone behind. What other challenges and considerations do we need to keep in mind as we move forward?
Another challenge, I think, is the digital divide. Not everyone has equal access to technology, and we need to make sure that the benefits of AI are available to all, regardless of their socioeconomic status or geographic location.
That's a crucial point.
Mm.
We need to ensure that AI is used to bridge the digital divide, not widen it. What are some of the ways we can ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that is inclusive and equitable?
Well, one important step, I think, is to invest in education and training programs that equip people with the skills they need to thrive in an AI-powered world. We also need to promote diversity and inclusion in the tech industry so that the people developing AI systems reflect the diversity of the communities they are intended to serve.
Those are all essential considerations.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have a lot of work to do to ensure that AI is used responsibly and ethically in the fight against climate change.
Mm.
But despite these challenges, I'm still incredibly optimistic about the potential of AI to drive positive change.
I share your optimism. AI is a powerful tool, and if we use it wisely, it can help us create a more sustainable, equitable, and prosperous future for all.
Okay, so we're back and ready to kind of like continue our exploration of AI and its role in tackling climate change. We've talked about like everything from predicting hurricanes to like optimizing energy use in cities. But now I want to shift gears a little bit and focus on something a bit more personal. How can AI help us as individuals make more sustainable choices in our daily lives?
Yeah, that's a great question. And it's an area where AI is starting to have, I think, a real impact. Think about all the decisions we make every day that affect our carbon footprint. What we eat, how we get around the products we buy AI can help us make more informed and sustainable choices in all of these areas.
So it's like having like a personal sustainability coach in our pocket,
Exactly.
like nudging us towards greener options.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
give me like some specific examples of how this is playing out like in the real world?
Yeah, absolutely. So there are already apps that use AI to analyze your shopping habits and recommend more sustainable alternatives.
All right.
For example, imagine you're at the grocery store
Yeah.
and you scan a product using your phone.
Uh-huh.
The app could tell you if there's a similar product with a lower carbon footprint, maybe one that's locally sourced or has more sustainable packaging.
Wow, that would be super helpful.
Yeah.
I know I often struggle to figure out like which products are truly sustainable. What other ways can AI help us make greener choices?
AI can also help us reduce our energy consumption at home. There are smart thermostats that use AI to learn your preferences and adjust the temperature accordingly, saving energy without sacrificing comfort.
Hmm.
And some utility companies are even using AI to analyze energy usage patterns and provide personalized recommendations for reducing your energy bill.
So AI can help us like save money and reduce our carbon footprint at the same time.
Exactly.
That's a win-win.
Oh.
What other areas of our lives can AI help us greenify?
Transportation is a big one.
Okay.
AI-powered navigation apps can not only find the fastest route to your destination,
Yeah.
but also recommend the most eco-friendly option, whether that's taking public transit, biking, or even walking.
I can see how that would be really helpful, especially in cities with good public transportation options.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm often tempted to just hop in my car
Right.
without even considering alternatives.
Yeah.
What other ways can AI help us make more sustainable transportation choices?
So AI is also playing a role in the development of electric vehicles and autonomous driving technology, both of which have the potential to significantly reduce transportation-related emissions.
It sounds like AI is giving us the tools to live more sustainably without having to completely overhaul our lifestyles. It's about like making smarter choices,
Right.
one decision at a time.
Exactly. And the beauty of AI is that it can personalize those choices to our individual needs and preferences. What works for one person might not work for another, and AI can take that into account to make truly tailored recommendations.
That level of personalization is really key, I think.
Yeah.
It takes away the one-size-fits-all approach that often makes sustainability feel so daunting. It makes it feel more achievable and empowering.
Definitely. And as AI technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more innovative applications that make it easier and more rewarding to live sustainably.
It's really exciting to think about the possibilities.
Yeah.
But as we wrap up this episode, I want to touch on something we discussed earlier, the potential downsides of AI. How can we ensure that this powerful technology is used for good and doesn't create new problems in the process?
Yeah, that's a crucial question. As with any technology, AI has the potential for both positive and negative impacts. It's up to us to ensure that it's developed and used responsibly and ethically.
What are some of the key steps we can take to ensure that AI is a force for good in the fight against climate change?
Well, one important step, I think, is to promote transparency and accountability
Okay.
in the development and deployment of AI systems.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that these systems are explainable so that we can understand how they work and identify potential biases or unintended consequences.
Transparency is so important,
It is.
especially when it comes to something as complex as AI. What else can we do to mitigate the potential risks?
Another key step is to foster collaboration and dialogue among stakeholders,
Okay.
including policymakers, researchers, industry leaders, and the public. We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential benefits and risks of AI and work together to develop guidelines and regulations that ensure its responsible use.
Collaboration is key.
Yeah.
We can't solve these challenges in isolation. It's going to take a collective effort to harness the power of AI for good. What role can individuals play in shaping the future of AI and ensuring that it's used to create a more sustainable world?
Well, individuals can play a huge role by staying informed, asking questions, and holding developers and policymakers accountable.
Okay.
It's important to understand how AI is being used, what the potential implications are, and how we can ensure that it's used in a way that aligns with our values.
It's about being informed and engaged citizens,
Yes.
not just passive consumers of technology. That's a powerful message. As we conclude our exploration of AI and climate change, what's the one thing you want our listeners to remember?
I want listeners to remember that AI is not just a technology. It's a tool that we can use to shape the future we want. If we use it wisely, it can help us create a more sustainable, just, and thriving world for all.
That's a message of hope and empowerment that I think we can all embrace. It's been an incredible journey exploring the intersection of AI and climate change with you. Thank you for sharing your insights and expertise with us.
It's been my pleasure. I'm incredibly excited about the future of this field and the positive impact we can make together.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this exploration of AI and climate change. We hope you found this episode informative, inspiring, and maybe even a little bit challenging. Remember, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. And with the power of AI at our fingertips, the possibilities for a more sustainable and equitable world are truly limitless. We hope you'll join us next time as we continue to explore the frontiers of technology and its impact on our lives. Thanks for listening to the Tech Showcase podcast.